It was the kind of story no one ever expects to live through. The story of a woman who had everything to look forward to. Jennifer Kesse was 24, ambitious, and full of quiet confidence. She had just started her career in finance, bought her first condo in Orlando, and was planning her future with her boyfriend. Her friends described her as sharp, reliable, and full of life. In late January 2006, she returned from a short vacation in the Virgin Islands, a sunny escape that recharged her for the work week ahead. She called her parents, spoke to her boyfriend, and mentioned how she wanted to repaint her condo that weekend. Everything about her life seemed settled, normal, almost perfect. On Monday, she went to work as usual. Her colleagues saw her at the office, smiling, discussing upcoming projects. The next morning, however, the rhythm of her routine broke. Jennifer didn't show up. She didn't call in sick. She didn't answer her phone. Her boyfriend tried calling again and again, but every call went to voicemail. When her parents couldn't reach her either, they drove from Tampa to Orlando, praying she had simply overslept. But when they entered her condo, the sight chilled them. Her clothes were neatly folded. Her shower towel was damp. She had clearly gotten ready for work. Yet her car was gone. It looked like she had stepped out for just a moment and vanished. By the afternoon of January 24, 2006, the Kesse family's worry had turned into panic. Jennifer's phone was off, and no one had heard from her since the previous night. Her boss said she had never missed a day without notice. Her friends described her as careful, even cautious, the kind of woman who locked her doors twice. Then came the first clue. 2 days after she vanished, her car was found abandoned about a mile from her condo, parked neatly beside another vehicle in a quiet apartment complex. The car looked untouched. No broken windows, no sign of a struggle. But detectives noticed something unsettling. The seat was pushed back farther than Jennifer would have needed. Someone else had been driving. Surveillance footage from that complex gave investigators a faint hope. A grainy video of a person packing Jennifer's car and walking away. The figure's face was hidden by the gate bars. The footage captured only their calm stride. Too calm, too deliberate. In the video, the person seemed to vanish behind a fence line, never looking back. For the Kesse family, it was unbearable. Jennifer's mother said she still believed her daughter had been taken, alive that morning, possibly on her way to work. Police began questioning workers and residents near Jennifer's condo, especially those who had recently been doing construction there. Rumors spread quickly. Had someone been watching her for weeks? Did she trust the wrong person? Investigators searched nearby lakes, wooded areas, and parking lots, but every lid dissolved into nothing. Jennifer Kesse was gone, and in her place stood a puzzle with no edges. Detectives pored over every inch of Jennifer's life. Phone records, emails, and security logs. Everything was examined, every minute accounted for. But there were no calls for help, no strange messages, no sign of struggle inside her condo. It was as if she had vanished between the front door and the parking lot. The investigation soon revealed how difficult this case truly was. Hundreds of tips came in from across Florida. Some claimed to have seen a woman matching Jennifer's description near gas stations, shopping centers, even highways, but none could be confirmed. The mysterious figure caught on the surveillance tape remained the only physical clue, and even that was blurred by the bars of an iron fence. The family, desperate for answers, worked tirelessly to keep her name alive. Flyers were printed, billboards were raised, and national news outlets picked up the story. Her father appeared on television, his voice shaking as he asked anyone with information to come forward. He said, "Somebody out there knows something, please. Help us bring our daughter home." Police interviewed dozens of construction workers who had been remodeling nearby condos. They discovered that Jennifer had expressed discomfort around some of them. She reportedly told friends that a few men would stare at her when she walked to her car. But no single suspect emerged. Months passed. Leads went cold. Still, the Kesse family refused to give up. They hired private investigators, retraced every possible route Jennifer might have taken, and even used drones and divers to search remote areas. The evidence stayed painfully thin, like smoke you could see but never touch. What began as a bright young woman's normal morning had now become one of Florida's most haunting mysteries. Nearly 2 decades have passed since that quiet January morning. Yet Kesse's disappearance remains one of Florida's deepest mysteries. Her face still appears on posters, social media campaigns, and televised anniversaries. Every year, her parents hold a small gathering, candles, photographs, and the same question burning through the silence: where is Jennifer? Over the years, detectives have revisited the evidence many times. Some believe she may have been abducted by someone working in or near her complex, perhaps a construction worker familiar with her routine. Others think she was taken while leaving for work, a crime of opportunity that lasted only seconds. But without witnesses or new forensic breakthroughs, the truth remains hidden just beneath the surface, like a shadow that never fades. In 2019, after years of frustration, Jennifer's parents filed a civil lawsuit to obtain all police records in the case. When they finally received the files, they realized how many questions were still unanswered, how much time had slipped away. Yet they continue to fight, turning grief into purpose. They founded organizations that help other families of the missing and speak publicly about safety awareness, determination, and hope. For many, Jennifer's story is a reminder of how fragile ordinary life can be. She did everything right. She was responsible, careful, kind, and still, darkness found her. The case remains unsolved, but her name has become a symbol, a voice for those who vanished without warning, and a lesson for all of us, never to take an ordinary day for granted.